following podcast is being brought to you by the Defy Life Podcast Network.
Maybe we can still heal you. Why? So you can just lock me up? No. Just bury me in the ocean with my ancestors that jumped from the ships. Because they knew death was better than bondage.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it. I didn't see the light until I was already a man. By then it was nothing to me but blinding. The shadows betray you because they belong to me.
In the hell do you think you are?
Okay, it's not working out. I'm gonna need the suit back.
For how long?
Forever. Yeah, let's
No,
have it.
please.
Let's have it.
You don't understand. This is all I have. I'm nothing without this suit.
If you're nothing without this suit, then you shouldn't have it, okay?
So Oz, this week we are going to go with part 2 of our Create a Universe theme we have for these last 2 weeks. Last week we created a DC animated world. We each had our own vision of what we wanted to see. You wanted to see a lot of Superman, and I wanted to see a lot of fighting, a lot of Lady Shiva. This week, we are going to do the same with the Marvel Universe.
Wait, I thought you said it was Image.
Well, it'll be in the image of how you want the Marvel Universe. And however you want to shape it, it's all up to you. These are all going to be our animated universe. These can be connected. They might not be. I'm very curious to see how this goes because Marvel, I think we can all agree, doesn't have quite the same track record as DC when it comes to that animated game. Oz, where did you kind of go to kind of start creating this universe since there's really not much of a template from previous Marvel iterations, unless you go to, the old school television series?
I went with Invincible because I literally thought you meant Image Comics. So,
well, that's a great one to start with. If we're,
I shaped the Image world, so I totally missed the ball on this Marvel thing. Let me see what I can do just off the cuff. I am giving the X-Men and mutants a lot more play in this universe. Okay.
Now, before we start getting into the new universe, let's kind of rank the two universes. I don't quite remember if we did this last week with the DC universe, but let's rank the universes on our scale. We have the top of the top. The best, the very best, is the Iris West, the tippy top.
Mm-hmm.
You are not the Flash.
Doesn't get any better.
We are.
And then after that, we've got the MGK, which is, I'll let him tell you.
6 for me, dog. 6 for you?
And that's the MGK. So, and after that, we have Jar Jar Binks, which is, I think pretty self-explanatory. And then under that, we have the Lonely Guardian, the Supergirl CW version of the Guardian. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go check him out. You'll understand why he's on the bottom of the list.
With the Iris West wig, with a mirror wig.
No. Remember, we are going with the rainbow wig.
Oh, from
Takashi.
From 069.
Yes, from 6ix9ine. We're going to go... But the mirror wig can still be there, but there is also the rainbow wig also in play now. So, Oz, what would you rank the DC universe, the DC animated universe as a whole?
The Marvel universe or the DC animated universe?
DC animated. We'll get to Marvel.
Oh man, I love the DC animated universe. So I'm giving that a Iris West. Yeah, I know Infinity Gauntlet, just like Iris West.
Okay, so just an Iris West. I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to also give it an Iris West, but I'm going to give it an Infinity Gauntlet as well because I appreciate that they'll do some stories that we'll never get to see on the big screen. You know, so I'm gonna give them a little bit of extra credit for taking chances and doing things that I know we'll never get to see live action.
Well, they did Red Sun, which is awesome. So
Yeah, they've done a lot of them, like Gotham by Gaslight. We'll never get one like that in a live action. We'll never get a Batman like that.
That would be crazy if we ever got a Gotham by Gaslight live action.
You know, it would be very different. It would stand out, and we won't get anything like that.
Maybe this new Batman is going to be Gotham by Gaslight.
I think the new Robert Pattinson Batman is going to have a lot of, and we've talked about this when we talked about the trailer, but I think he's going to have a lot of influence from the Earth 1 Batman. I think that whole run, I can see a lot of influence from there. I could be wrong.
Oh, totally.
Oz, what do you rank the Marvel universe? Animated.
Animated Marvel universe?
I guess you can't even really call it a universe, but the animated output they have laid out.
Oh, that's definitely on borderline of some Jar Jar Binks, dude.
Ooh.
They did like Punisher, Scarlet Witch. They did that weird Iron Man and Captain America. Their Marvel's animated is not that great.
So
wait, actually. Besides that, they also had like the Disney Marvel series and the they had two different Disney Marvel series, and those were really good. The first one went to the storyline, but yeah, they could have did so much more.
So when you talk about the Black Widow, Punisher kind of anime style movie. Then there's the Iron Man kind of anime style movie.
There's an X-Men one. There's a Blade one.
I think the X-Men is a TV series.
Well, no, they did an X-Men anime, a Blade anime, and an Iron Man anime. They're like kind of manga style.
But they're series though. They're not movies.
They're series for sure. Yeah, well, that's so here even the reinforcement. Marvel's movies are terrible because they do their animated series so much better than their
What about their Avengers series? You didn't like either of those movies? The Black Panther movie?
No.
Okay.
I thought those were so bad when they introduced Black Panther with his oh God, hold on. But his vibranium spears. I was like, what? Yeah.
And what about World War Hulk? I thought that was a pretty good movie.
Yeah, they still a better movie that they should have made was when he comes back to Earth and kicks everybody's ass.
What is that? Is that World War Hulk?
Yep.
Okay. What about the? I'm just kind of going through some of the ones that I think are pretty good. What about the Hulk kind of versus the Hulk versus ones where he fights Thor and he also fights.
And then he also Wolverine. Yeah. The Wolverine one was pretty good. The Thor one was good. The Wolverine one was like weird.
I like the Thor. You know, I don't think a lot of people like the Thor one, but I like the Thor one because Hulk kind of like actually goes on a little bit of a rampage.
Oh, he beat the hell out of Thor too.
Yeah, no question. Obviously a lot of spoilers with this. The Wolverine one's pretty cool because you get to see a lot of the Weapon X type, people and stuff like that, which is cool.
Yeah, but it would been more interesting if they would have had him the one time when he split his body in half.
Oh, so you're asking a lot. You asking to get a lot.
I'm just do a storyline, stick to the comics, so people can go like, oh wow, okay.
I'm not gonna quite give it a Jar Jar Binks because I do actually really like the verses. I think those are really cool. I know they're TV series, but I don't mind the X-Men anime. I don't think it's that bad. I know it doesn't count for the movies, but
Yeah, see, so well, that's what I'm saying. If I could say that, I would say, yeah, that's cool, then.
yeah,
But it's a series.
yeah, you're right. So I won't count it. But I still don't think it's quite a. It's not quite a. And cause I like the Hulk cartoons that they've put out, as far as the movies they put out. So I'm gonna give it an MGK with the rainbow hair riding Guardian's motorcycle.
You might as well just give it a Jar Jar Binks, dude.
You might as well what?
You might as well just give it a Jar Jar Binks.
Nah, he's like a 4. He's like a 5. You know, he's like a 5. That Jar Jar's not quite a guy. Jar Jar doesn't quite get to that halfway bench. You know, Jar Jar's like right underneath it. This is like it's like right in the middle for me.
Okay.
You know, it's just okay for me. It's like a 6, like 5.
6 for me, dog. 6 for you?
Yeah, which is like a 4, right? Okay.
All right, it's a 6 for me. 6 for me.
Okay.
So that way it comes out to a 5 with the rainbow hair. But we're gonna kind of craft our own Marvel animated world. We're gonna see if anyone likes it. We're gonna see if there's any interest in it. And yeah, we got a pretty packed show. We got a Killmonger conversation. We got Twitter polls. We got news tidbits.
Yeah,
wow. Yeah, we got a lot to do. And I also stood Oz up for 20 minutes, so we're already behind. Oz is mad at me. Before we get too deep into things and Oz gets pissed off, allow me to set the table. This is Taking Knee for Marvel vs. DC. I am your host, Regular Scott. I am here with my co-host, the comic connoisseur, the mighty Ozzy Killmonger. Oz, what's going on?
What is up, good people? Regular Scott is not allowed at the table.
I still got to set the table, though.
Regular Scott is putting his hands all up in my chicken, and I'm like, no, dude, This bucket is mine.
I still got to set the table. And make sure you follow us on Twitter at knee4Marvel vs. DC. That's the number 4. You can email us at knee4Marvel vs. DC at godefylife.com. We have already gotten a few questions in for our 100th episode where we're going to have a little Q&A session. So go ahead and send those in. We probably got about 6 questions so far. Not a lot, but we got about 6 questions in so far. And it's still early. We haven't even put it on social media yet.
Yeah, we just need 94 more questions.
Well, we're not, I am not shooting for 100 questions because that's a long show. But we got 6 in so far, specifically for the 100th episode, so that'll be interesting. I'm looking forward to that. And you can also find our podcast anywhere you get your podcast: Spreaker, Radio Public, iHeartRadio, Spotify, all those places. TuneIn, Radio Public, Stitcher. I drew a blank for a second, tried to play it off. Defy Life Pods. That's our home. That's our home hub. Make sure you like, subscribe, leave us 5 stars. Check out all of Defy Life. Check out our gear at Defy Life Gear. Get yourself a T-shirt. This is episode 90, by the way, closing in on 100.
You're struggling today, aren't you?
I am struggling today, man. It's it's not going well.
Okay, it's okay, man. It's okay. Hey, 10 more to 100. You can make it.
I don't know. I think I'll make it to like 93.
Yeah, I was thinking 92, but whatever.
Okay, I can live I can cut it after 92.
I was thinking 91.
Oh well, no, I got more than one more in me. I got at least 2 in me.
Okay, we'll see.
Oh, actually, you know what? I didn't even take into account this show. So yeah, maybe one more.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Thank you.
Maybe one more. That's a possibility. So, Oz, let me ask you, man. You know, we don't really have a format on here, but we like to try to have some order to things. So, what kind of order do you want to go about this? We got some Twitter polls where we talked about the Marvel Universe. You want to save that for the main topic? We have a Killmonger conversation. We got news tidbits. Oz, where do you want to go next?
We can do news and then Killmonger if you want.
You want to do the news tidbits first and then go into the Killmonger?
Yeah.
Wow. You want to change the game up a little bit?
Just a little bit. It's fine.
Okay. Let's start with something a little controversial. It's, we like to stir the pot a little bit. Let's see what happens with this one. Tessa Thompson, who played Valkyrie in the MCU, was also one half of the stars of the new Men in Black movie, has received backlash for defending Netflix Cuties movie. Oz, have you heard about the Cuties on Netflix?
Yeah, not really. What's this about?
So apparently Cuties is this movie on Netflix. I guess I think it's like a French movie or something like that, about these like 10, 12-year-old girls, and it's like a very over-sexualization story, and it's all about them dancing and doing these erotic dances and twerking in these skimpy outfits.
Ooh.
No, I have not seen it. It's not something I think I'm going to watch. But apparently it's gotten rave reviews from critics, and audiences are just destroying it, saying how it's just sexualizing these little girls, and they're like twerking and booty popping and all this ridiculous stuff. Oh yeah, and these like skimpy outfits, and like crowds are watching them in the movie and cheering them on. And I guess Tessa Thompson has defended the movie, and people are like, "Nah, that's not gonna fly." Like people have gone on Twitter and got canceled Netflix trending a couple of times because of this movie. Yeah.
Well, so that is definitely cancel culture, dude.
It is, but like that's something that needs cancel culture.
Have you seen the show?
I have not seen it, but I don't want to see it. And I get what you're saying. I know what you're about to say. You can't judge it, but I'm looking at the picture of just like this girl who looks like she's about 10 years old is in a twerking position and is looking extra sexualized.
Dude, everything is in context, man.
That's fair.
People cannot have moral outrage over stuff that they have not digested themselves. It's literally like someone going, like, man, this steak is amazing. You haven't taken a bite of it. Someone else is eating your steak, and they're telling you how good it is. Well,
I didn't say anything about it. Like as far as from what I've read, the reviews I've read about it, and it just doesn't sound like it's something. It sounds like it's something that needs all the criticism and flack that it gets.
Yeah, I guess, man. I gotta just see. I have to like either say I'm gonna watch a show or episode of it to like figure it out for myself, or just not participate in the subject. You know what I mean? It's just weird. It's not weird. It's that's always my ongoing beef. Is it's always like, man, like we're ready to like this like get rid of people and destroy them and stuff like that. I'm not even saying that we're which the people on Twitter are doing. It reminds me when the black woman who played in Ghostbusters, the female version of Ghostbusters, she got all this backlash. She left Twitter, dude. It was crazy.
Well, that's very different than what this is. She was getting that because people were just being dickheads because she's black.
Well, I'll say this.
Like that, and like they were calling her like manly names and stuff like that. Like that's very different than this.
I get it. But what about this? So Tessa, is her name Tessa?
Yeah, Tessa.
Tessa is getting all this backlash. Why are they giving her backlash? What did she say?
As far as I guess, listen, all I saw was the headline. Yeah, all I took was the headline. I have no interest in this. I just took the headline because it's a news tidbit. So I wanted to know what you thought about it. I didn't know if you had seen Cuties, but I have no interest in the movie. Yeah, I have no interest in the movie.
I get it, but so that's my whole thing. Like, so it's making news of the backlash, but then it's just like, what did she say?
Well, I can definitely find out what she said. I found what Tessa said.
Oh boy, here we go.
Tessa has said, "Cuties is a beautiful film. It gutted me at Sundance. It introduces a fresh voice at the helm. She's a French Senegalese black woman mining her experiences. The film comments on the hypersexualization of pre-adolescent girls. Disappointed to see the current discourse. Disappointed to see how it was positioned in terms of marketing. I understand the response of everybody, but it doesn't speak to the film I saw.
What is wrong with that?
Well, now I'll read some of the reviews of Cuties. If this is progressive in movie format storytelling, I think I am done with today's movies. Its meaning was lost when it made tight shots on Amy's exorcism, and those are in quotation marks, so you know what that stands for, and other body parts of other characters. Could have shown Amy wanting to dance and the trials she watched her mother go through and had a great film, instead of over-sexualizing and focusing in on those parts of a child. Contrary to whatever narrative some of the film supporters may be purporting, I did try to see the film with a clean slate. In a purely objective sense, the director has obvious talent, but the tone and the way they go about it is not something I would want to see again.
Okay.
And listen, I haven't seen it, and I'm not going to see it. I just thought this movie is kind of been talked about, and I wanted to get your opinion about it, just from what we know, because I'm not going to watch it. To give you,
I'm not going to watch it either. So
that'll be all we have to say about that news today.
My opinion is I'm not going to watch it.
Well, but I will say this: from what I have heard, I have no problem with it receiving the backlash it gets. Especially from what we know of, like, the Hollywood rings they got going on underground and like on the low anyway. Like, I don't need to see it.
Are you talking about QAnon?
No, I'm talking about, like, like these Hollywood people have like these child types of like rings going on, man. Like they're busting them all the time. Like, so I don't like
when was the last time they busted one?
What do you mean?
You said they're busting them all the time. When did they bust another one?
A child ring just got busted not too long ago. I didn't write the date down.
Okay, okay.
I'm not writing the dates down of this stuff when it happens or checking off the boxes.
Pizzagate.
I mean, I don't know if it was a pizza. I don't know if they had pizza there or not. But
yeah, it was Pizzagate. I get
but
you.
Yeah, dude, that stuff is going on in Hollywood, and I don't.
That stuff is going on everywhere.
Okay, so I don't need no part in something trying to normalize it.
Do you know where it goes on the most?
I don't particularly care because I'm just focusing on what we're talking about right here.
In light of you not caring, just because we're branching into those subjects.
Oh, you're branching.
You said Hollywood, so I'm, and that was a pretty broad statement. So I'm going to give you another. I'm just going to give you another broad statement.
You're branching because Hollywood has to do with entertainment and kind of our topics.
True.
So you are branching.
Okay. So if I can finish my statement,
please.
If you're saying Hollywood has to do with entertainment, let me enlighten you to another form of entertainment that is extremely notorious for child predatory sexual things, and that would be football and sporting events. Do you know the biggest time that happens is like during like the Super Bowl or the Rose Bowl and that kind of thing?
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, I know that.
So again,
but that had nothing to do with what we were talking about. So I don't know why that
it still does.
Up,
it was entertainment.
It was, but you don't ever talk sports on the show. Like that's not something we bring up on the show.
We bring up entertainment, and so I just wanted to, since we were talking about predatory child behavior, predators and children. I thought that was very appropriate for that.
You just wanted to mention that it's very high in sports. Just to throw it out there.
Well, dude, you just threw it out there about Hollywood.
You asked why I wasn't going to watch the movie.
Oh, hold on. And we could have just ended it by going, I'm not going to watch the movie because I'm not going to, but then you had to throw in the extra little tidbit.
And so you decided to be like, yeah, but you know what else?
Well, why not, dude? Because it falls back on going, dude, everybody has an opinion. Like, that's all. Like, again, if you haven't seen it, you can't have an opinion on it. And not to you, just to everybody in general.
That's not. You can have an opinion on it. You just can't.
It is a very shitty opinion.
That's not true.
You have an opinion on something you know nothing about is a shitty thing, and that is why people nowadays think. And not you, regular Scott, but you generically. That's why I think we're in the pickle we are, where people have confused opinions with facts. So.
I don't know about that. I don't think you need to. I don't think you necessarily have to see something to know that it doesn't need to be seen by others, and you should try to stop it from being seen by others. What
are you talking about? Unicorns? What was that statement?
Well, I'm just referring to like that movie in general. Like I don't think I need to see it to know that it doesn't need to be seen by other people because it's trash.
Wait, hold on a second. Wait. Yes, you do.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
Regular Scott, listen to what you just said. You just said, I don't think I need to see something. That's censorship.
Okay, well, listen. In this particular case, for this particular movie, I'll take that. I don't need to see this movie to know what it's about.
Hold on, wait. But you're basing your opinion off other people's reviews, and you don't know if those other people saw it.
No, I do know the other people saw it.
How do you know that?
What do you
mean? Because he said they did.
Well, what other way do you have to know what other way do you have to even have context if you want to see a movie or not, or if a movie is good or not? You have to go by people's word that they saw it when they leave a review, right?
No, you go see the movie.
But we base whether we go see movies on reviews all the time.
I don't.
If a movie is getting trashed, we won't go see it or be in a rush to go see it. We'll be like, oh well, it doesn't seem like it's pretty good. I can wait to go see it.
Hold on. Well, let me help you out one more time. I do not.
Okay, well I do. If a movie is coming out and I have people who I care about their opinion and they say the movie's trash, then I'm gonna be like, oh well, I don't need to see it.
If I see a movie and the trailer is cool, or I'm just like, man, I still have a peak interest in this, I'm going to go see it.
Somebody's review can sway me to go see it or not.
Right, but again, back to the nitty gritty. That is trusting that person saw that. Right,
that's what I'm saying. That was what I said at the beginning. You have to trust that the person saw it. So regardless, the reviews may not do that for you. But for me, they definitely sway me whether I would go see a movie or not.
Yeah, I just always say that, you know.
That's what they're for.
I get you, but it's just always it's like faith, you know. It's the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. So you have to
I have faith in the people leaving the reviews.
I believe that, but I have faith in myself to make my own judgment about stuff.
No question.
No. I'm not saying you. I'm just saying that's the way. That's my principle. That's my basis of things. Because, you obviously need to reinforce that you are a man. But so and actually that's awesome. Part of being a man is making your own decisions, not letting other people tell you what to do. I'm a boy. Yeah, that's right. Got you.
Oh, so you're a boy.
No, I'm talking about you.
No, that's not what I didn't say anything.
You're a man boy.
I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. Yeah,
but I mentioned Pizzagate because those QAnon weirdos, I don't know what else to say about them. They convinced people that Hillary Clinton had this underground sex ring at the bottom of a pizzeria in DC. And so this dude
probably did, dude.
So this dude took a machine gun and was like, I'm going to liberate the kids.
Oh my God.
And he went into that pizzeria with a machine gun and demanded all the pedophiles get out and all the kids be set free,
What?
or else he was going to go to town. And the owner of the pizzeria was like, "What the fuck are you doing, dude?" And he said, "Look what's down here, dude." And he showed him the basement. It was full of pizza dough. So, see.
Well, listen. I would love to be completely wrong, and this movie is about these girls who try to be like, they try to work out because they're getting bullied by these boys who try to touch them the wrong way, and the girls get buff and beat them up or something, and they're just taking them in small outfits as their like workout outfits. I would love to be wrong like that, but I doubt it.
Yeah.
I saw the trailer. I mean, I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying, like.
Well, check. We'll see. So that is good. You said you saw the trailer, and you can say, I'm basing my opinion off the trailer in my own opinion, as opposed to going, these reviews from other people.
But I did base it off of some of the reviews, though. Like, I can't take that away.
Well, I want to get back to
We've really gone on about this.
I want to get back to the original statement. People should not be all quick. People get on their high horse to be all quick about judging other people because they're like, "Ooh, thank God that wasn't me who said that." Whew. You know, so
okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
That's my thought.
Yeah,
about
we went completely off track with that.
I just have a thing about like censoring people and canceling people, dude.
Yeah, they can be.
You
canceled.
know,
that's a hill I'm willing to fight for right now.
Well.
Okay. Anyway, wow. Michelle Rodriguez has said, and I think you've called this, Oz.
Oh God, please! She's not saying something else, is she?
You might have called this. She has pretty much confirmed that the next Fast and Furious movie will be going to outer space. So, let's just recap. We have gone from stealing DVD players and CD players out of cars and pink slips to going to outer space with John Cena and The Rock.
No. We have gone from drag racing down Miami to drifting in Tokyo to secret spy agents to fighting in Antarctica to being in outer space. Not to mention to a car that is being swung on a rope like Tarzan.
And throw in a Corona sponsorship because, they're always drinking Corona. I'm
just saying, the only thing after outer space, they got to go down to the to the deepest ocean. Fast and Furious submarines.
Nah, you know what the next step is.
Yes, Fast and Furious in a Middle Earth where they meet like
time travel.
Oh, they'll do time travel, but Fast and Furious Middle Earth, dude, where they actually meet like the hobbits and stuff.
Nah, come on, dude, that's too much.
Dude, that would be dope, man. Because instead of their cars, they'd be riding on horses.
That wouldn't be dope at all. Were they gonna be drifting on the horses?
Oh, they'll be horse drifting on their hooves, dude. It'd be sick. The elves teach them.
It's not sick at all.
Oh man.
So I guess you don't really care that they're going to space.
Dude, Van Diesel will be like, it's about family. It's about family.
And I am Groot.
Yeah, I am Groot. Family.
Why does it keep saying I am Groot?
Dude, why does it keep saying it's about family? Same thing.
But it's always been about family.
It's about family. I'm like, dude, you don't care about your family.
Here we go. So...
Wait, hold on, wait. What the fuck are they going to do in space?
You just now get back to that.
Because I'm telling you, dude, they're going to do the ultimate, like, not Tokyo drift. They're going to do the ultimate moon drift in zero gravity.
So like 100% Vin Diesel's going to punch somebody in outer space.
Oh, and like knock them out to the moon, like literally out of orbit, dude.
Like, because Vin Diesel's a superhero in this franchise, so he might be able to survive in outer space without a helmet on, or like without a suit on for a little bit.
Well, then, do you predict that John Cena becomes a good guy?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, good.
John
Okay.
Cena is definitely going to fill the Rock role, so the Rock can kind of come and go, and we'll eventually get the big movie where we have the Rock and John Cena. It's almost going to be like Avengers style. The Rock is doing his own spinoff. John Cena's come in to fill the role. They'll bring the Rock back and do a big movie.
Bow Wow will be in it.
Let's hope not. Let's hope we've seen the last of Bow Wow.
I think at this point, I think he's just Bow.
I think we've pretty much pulled just about everything good out of Tokyo Drift we can get at this point. I don't think there's anything left that was good in Tokyo Drift to take out.
Yeah.
I wasn't even a big fan of the lead guy.
That dude, the country bumpkin.
Yeah,
who's like,
the guy who's on like NCIS or something with the Quantum Leap dude.
Yeah, that dude got a demotion.
Yeah, so I'm not even really a big fan of him. Han's cool. We can keep Han. But yeah, that's where I'm at with it. But yeah. Cool.
Oh, that's hilarious, dude.
Yeah, it's gonna be great watching him go into space and seeing Dom float away into nothing.
It's about family.
And then the Rock's gonna come out of nowhere and pick him up. I'm your brother, Dom. You know I had your back.
Trust the dude, brothers forever, sir. And he'll be in like the he'll rescue him in the space shuttle or something.
And he's gonna look up at him and he's gonna see the sun at the horizon. He's gonna be like, "We're brothers, Dom." And Dom's gonna be like, "For life."
And then they kiss.
Nah, they're not gay. They're not. That's just not them.
It's about family.
Dom done spent like 4 movies trying to get Michelle Rodriguez back, so I don't think he's gonna go get The Rock.
Yeah, and Michelle's like, dude, as long as you keep inviting me back, you can have me back.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing else to do. So
yeah. She's like, I was on Lost, and I was lost for a long time. So
I wonder if Michelle Rodriguez would be a good Lady Shiva.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just wondering.
Yeah. I'm yeah. We're good.
Okay. Alan Rickson.
Lady Shiva needs to be the woman who is in Star Trek Discovery. She had 2 roles, Mirror Earth and Current Earth. She should be Lady Shiva. She can hold it down.
I don't know who that is. So.
Yeah, if I pull up a picture, you'll be like, "Oh shit!" I think she was in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon too.
What about the girl who played the White Tiger in Iron Fist? Or is she too young looking?
Yeah, she's too young. Something about her. I was just like,
Is she too pretty to be Lady Shiva?
No, because I feel like Lady Shiva. The thing that also gets people jacked up about her is that her beauty too.
Oh, so Lady Shiva's a dime.
I could play. I could see Lady Shiva being. I could play Lady Shiva. I could see Lady Shiva being either super beautiful, where people are like stunned at first, and that's a way to throw them off guard, and she's also lethal. Or I could see her being like straight up like scars and everything all over her body from training.
See, that's always what I've thought, but I actually kind of like her being like really beautiful and stuff, and kind of like. Yeah, I'm actually with that.
Why don't we split the difference? Like from the neck down, like you never see because she's always in full well, and you see all the scars and everything. I
like that. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
because then you wouldn't even know. You'll just think she's has this perfect body and whatnot.
Right.
She's got a good figure. She's toned, but then when she starts showing the skin, you start seeing the cuts and the. Yeah, I like that. That's cool. Yeah. Good call. Alan Rickson?
Mm-hmm.
Is that his name?
Rickman.
Is it Rickon? Rickson. That guy. Hawk from Titans. He was also in Blue Mountain State.
Mm-hmm.
He has been cast as Jack Reacher. I don't think we've gone over this news tidbit, have we? I know we talked about it, but I don't think we've gone over it on the show. He is Hawk on Titans, and he has been cast as Jack Reacher. Oz, what are your thoughts on him leading? And this is going to be on Amazon, by the way. What are your thoughts on him leading a series? And do you think he dies in season 3 of Titans?
Oh, I think I think him and Don totally get out of the game, as an exit for both of them. But man, he's got range. I could see him doing it.
Okay.
I don't have a problem with it.
Okay. Yeah, it will be interesting to see. I don't know about him as a lead guy.
You know he can fight.
You know he can fight. He's a pretty decent actor. Some people are great side characters.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe I'm wrong. I feel like he's a really good side character.
May I help you out with something?
I'm all ears.
Do you remember the episode where it's just him and Don, and they tell about how they met, and you see him growing up with his brother and everything? It was just those two, and I thought he carried that really well.
He did. That was a really good episode.
Right, and that was kind of like his episode, you know.
But here's the thing, though. It was never just him, though. It was always him and his brother, him and Dawn, it was never just him.
Well, I think
you know what I mean.
But I think if he gets a series, it's going to be him and his supporting cast too, dude.
Well, yeah, absolutely. But I feel like he's not. I don't think he'll be as good as John Krasinski.
No, which one's John Krasinski?
Jack Ryan.
Oh, well, he's just a talented dude.
Well, yeah, he is.
And actually, people were shocked because they were like, "Look at this skinny little runt." But I think he fit the bill, dude. Let's see.
Well, I don't think people thought he was skinny. I just think he had the Jim Halpert from The Office kind of. That's what people knew him as.
Yeah, like sort of like how people just knew this dude as Hawk.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I don't even Rickson.
Alan.
Last bit of news tidbit. Ray Fisher is in talks to make a cameo in The Flash.
Ugh.
Which means the Flash movie is still happening. Ezra Miller is still planned to be there. We might have talked about this before, but it just wanted to bring it up again.
Maybe he plays Cyborg in the alternate universe where he's like the government cyborg and takes more charge and control.
I don't have a lot of faith in it.
Okay. Yeah, man, there's so much drama over like this dude and like Justice League and DC and the executives.
I don't have a lot of faith in it.
And here it goes. As typical to appease people, they're like, "Here, we'll give you another role and some extra cheddar." Instead of going, "Let's make a black movie," or black combo. Let's invest some money that way,
I mean, and I don't see them really. I think his biggest thing is going to be in this Snyder cut. That's his bone. That's the bone they're throwing him.
And that's his opus too. I'm like, do that and you're good.
Yeah, that's the bone they're throwing him.
Don't make me replace Jar Jar with you.
Ooh, you gonna place really? He's gonna be under MGK. I mean, MGK is
okay. Don't make me replace MGK with you. Yeah.
Well, we've already been in talks about replacing MGK anyway. I got to check out that fight scene. All right, so that's all the news tidbits. We're gonna take a quick commercial break. We're gonna come back. We got a Killmonger conversation. This one should be interesting as well. Oz, are you ready for it?
Man,
it doesn't matter if you're ready for it. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Welcome to the Anything, Everything, and Nothing podcast with Lynn and Kim. Join us as we discuss the latest in everything from entertainment and current events to the craziness that is our real life.
Let's laugh, let's live, let's talk about it. New episode every Tuesday on the Defy Life Podcast Network. And remember, if you're not defying life, then what are you doing? Lynn and Kim.
This is Defy Life.
Welcome to the Defy Life podcast. Join JR, Thomas, and Al as they take on topics in sports, politics, current events, family, and more. Insightful, hilarious, always unique. New episode every Wednesday. Powered by the Defy Life Podcast Network. Listen at defylifepods.com and everywhere else your favorite podcasts are available. If you're not rocking with Defy Life, what's your life about?
And we are back. Make sure you are checking out our fellow Defy Life podcast. We have the Anything, Everything, and Nothing podcast with the first ladies of Defy Life, Lynn and Kim. And then we also have the flagship, the Defy Life podcast, with the Kingpin, Mr. J.R. Glimph, Thomas Stevens, and Al, the Battleground champion. And just so everyone knows, the next Battleground, the beginning stages are in the works. The Kingpin and myself have already begun laying out the foundation for the next Battleground, so there will be a title defense here very soon. Oz, you know that means that we will be having some training ground sessions, and I'm going to try to bring in some guests.
Looking forward to it.
I'm sure you are. I'm also looking forward to hopefully maybe winning one of these times and getting some gear.
Yeah, me too.
Hey, listen, why don't you pick a good, I think you need to, maybe you should coordinate with the other hosts and figure out what the topics are, and you all just coordinate with each other to make sure there's all good topics.
That would be one, but you just ask bad questions, though.
I don't ask bad questions. I don't want you to get my questions right.
Oh, well, they're bad for me, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no question. No doubt.
Just to say.
I was just saying, if my goal is to, I'm like a pitcher. I'm trying to strike everyone out.
Did you say you're like a pincher?
Pitcher.
Oh, like a Doberman pincher?
No, I do have a Doberman pincher, but no, a pitcher.
Like a pitcher of lemonade? Like just an empty
same word,
empty glass?
different same word, except it's describing a person instead of an object.
So you're like the type of person that just throws out ideas to corporations. That kind of pitcher?
Yeah. We're just...
Oh wait, sports, because we don't do it right. Got it. Okay, gotcha.
Do you know what a pitcher is?
Well, yes, because sports is a form of entertainment.
Okay, well, I just didn't know if you knew what a pitcher was.
I do.
Okay. You used to pitch, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah, I thought you used to pitch.
I was a left outfielder, and then I was a pitcher. Huh. Huh.
Okay, here we go. Killmonger conversation time.
That was awesome.
Yeah, it was great. Our boy Phil, he always he's always bringing the heat. Bring the heat. So this is what Phil's got for us this week.
Okay.
Since the anniversary of 9/11 has recently passed, and most of America forgetting that they said we will never forget, and cancel culture, along with censorship culture, trying to take our freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and our right to be ourselves, how would you suggest we deal with the issue? And which comic character would you suggest would best lead the charge in helping to fix it? One from Marvel and one from DC. Hashtag leave Nick alone. Hashtag Star Trek rocks. Hashtag Nick needs a Starfleet uniform.
Oh. Oh, wait, hold on. Huh. No. That's a good one. Let's see. All right. On the good side, to answer your question, Phil, and I thank you as usual for actually giving us good questions. On the Marvel side, I'll just make it real simple and easy for you. We can do this either bad or good. Let's start with the good. On the Marvel side, obviously the right answer for this is Captain America. Steve Rogers is the only one that can show us, what it means to be American, what it means to be a citizen and a patriot. Because I can promise you, if this Corona thing would have happened around Steve, he would have had a mask on, and he would have been like, you need to do your thing to have a mask on. and he would have all the Avengers, even Vision, wearing a mask. You know, just as a sign of solidarity of what we should do as a country. On the DC side, that's the obvious choice right there. Again, is what better person to remind us of who we are as citizens and as Americans than an orphan from a destroyed planet that just happened to land in America, in the heartland of America. Superman. I feel that, you know, you would even see Superman rocking a mask saying, even I'm not invincible to this, you know? He would get it right, dude. You know? Now, that's the good side of things. The bad side of things, I feel like sometimes we're heading more towards the DC side of things with Vandal Savage, where we have these like oligarchs and pockets of people who just want to control things just for their ends and purposes, you know. And then on the other side of Marvel, if we don't start treating each other better, we're going to start having like apocalypse trying to take over. So that's my answer in a nutshell, man. Those are the heroes I would use to represent that. And I just say for that question, censorship, canceling people, at the root of it is basically denying people their voice. And that's fascism, that's authoritarianism, that's imperialism, that's whatever you want to call it. It's not democracy, you know. It's not what our republic was built on and based on. So, like as Martin Luther King said, we can all learn how to live together, or we can all learn how to die separately. So that's it.
Okay, there it is. Appreciate it as always, Phil. We have a couple emails. Would you like to read those this week, or you want to save those and just let them kind of pile a couple more and read them next week?
Can we read one?
Sure, we can read one. This one, let's see which one we got. All right, let's read this one from Jason. This is from Jason. And he asks, I am a new listener, and I was wondering, who are your 3 favorite Marvel characters, and who are your 3 favorite DC characters? Very basic.
Yes, you go first.
We'll do one at a time. We can do 1-1. So I'll do Marvel, you do DC, then I'll do DC, you do Marvel. How about that?
Okay.
I'll go DC first. Obviously, my number one guy is Nightwing, Dick Grayson. He's that guy. Number 2 would definitely be Oliver Queen. Green Arrow, Stephen Amell, especially kind of really embedded that character with me. And then after that, I would probably go with, probably Batman. Batman would probably be my 3rd favorite DC character.
Those are good. I'm sourcing it. I'm just thinking about it right now. My number 1 would be for DC would be Batman. If someone said they're writing a Batman story, I will always read it. If there's a Batman movie, I would always watch it, even with Robert Pattinson. If someone were to say there's a new Superman comic coming out, I'm going to be all in. Sorry. Let's see. And now a 3rd DC person. Man, that's a good one.
A 3rd? Have you given your 2nd?
I said Batman and Superman, bro.
Oh, I didn't hear you say Superman.
Bro. Brah. 3rd DC dude.
Can't be that.
No, well, there's some. Oh, whoa! I'm forgetting about the good ones.
Okay.
I would probably say Brainiac 5.
Wow. Didn't see that one coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was you pulled that one out of left field.
Well, I used to and still am a big fan of Legion of Superheroes, and I just always loved this how Brainiac, like, he he's still vulnerable, but he made all these defenses to like help him. He's a cool cat, dude. And there's always that image to me of him breaking down when Supergirl died too.
No doubt. No doubt.
So Marvel would be Black Panther, Captain America, and my third, man. I used to be a big fan of Charles Xavier, but I have another third. Hold on.
Okay.
A good Marvel third. Thinking. Drinking and thinking. Hold on. Oh, wait. Hold on.
Okay.
Man, a good Marvel third, right? Can I just go ahead and say with Logan?
Yeah, you can say Wolverine. Why wouldn't you be able to say Wolverine?
Yeah, because if you put those three casts together, they're pretty lethal, and they actually lead into my Marvel universe.
Yeah, why wouldn't you be able to say Wolverine? My number one is Gambit. Gambit's hands down my favorite Marvel character. After Gambit, I'd probably go with Daredevil. And a lot of that has to do with the Netflix series, if I'm going to be honest with you. Like, that really made me more attracted to the character and more invested in kind of wanting to learn about the character and comics-wise and pay attention to what's going on with it. So Daredevil, more so for the TV show, like I said. And then my third Marvel character, I'd probably go with Wolverine.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Hugh Jackman.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not as much of a Marvel comic guy. You know what I mean? And I like the ensemble Marvel stories anyway, as it is. So individual characters, I'm more inclined to the movies. Like Captain America would have been my next pick.
I hear, like, I was a big fan of. I picked those guys because I used to read all those comics when I was growing up, like Captain America, Black Panther, Wolverine. I just devour those. Yeah.
So Jason, those are our three from each one.
That was a good one.
Yeah, we'll read a couple more next week, and we're starting to get a few more emails in, so we can start adding those to the conversation. Okay, let's get to our main topic. It's time for the main event.
Marvel Universe.
Marvel Animated Universe. Because, I mean, we're going to lay out a universe where if you had a day to yourself, like if you had a Sunday to yourself, you'd be just sitting around saying,
what you doing on a Sunday?
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, Marvel Universe. Let's get to our Twitter polls first. It has to do with building a Marvel Universe, and, we always talk with the people. So I asked the people, what Marvel story would you like to see get an animated movie adaptation? Your choices are House of M, Avengers vs. X-Men, Superior Spider-Man, Secret Wars. Oz, what do you think the people chose?
House of M and then Secret Wars.
Well, I can tell you the Secret Wars came in last with 12%.
Wow.
House of M came in third with 20%.
Jesus.
With 36% of the vote, Avengers vs. X-Men.
Okay.
Came in
All
first. Superior
guess.
Spider-Man came in second. You will be hearing Avengers vs. X-Men in my universe, so there's a little...
Superior Spider-Man when Dr. Ock took over Spider-Man's body.
Yeah.
God, why was that such a hit?
See, I think that's a great concept. Now listen, I don't know how it ended, but I think the concept is great.
I feel like that's the same thing as giving him amnesia.
Well, just think about I guess so. And then it does get kind of creepy, like if he like hooks up with Mary Jane, and then like she's really hooking up with Osborn, but she thinks it's Peter.
Or if he starts killing people, it's the same thing.
Yeah, I guess so. What Marvel villain would you like to see get an animated movie adaptation? Your 4 choices were Lady Deathstrike, The Void, Omega Red, Kraven the Hunter.
Kraven the Hunter.
Well, Oz, you finally got one right. With 70% of the vote, Kraven the Hunter.
They want to see him kill like some low-level superheroes.
I think it'd be great to watch him like add trophies.
Yeah.
That'd be sweet. And our final Twitter poll. Which Marvel story would you adapt into an animated movie? Your 4 choices. Original Sin, Civil War II, World War Hulk, or Other?
World War Hulk.
We actually had a tie. Civil War II and World War Hulk both had 41%. Original Sin 12%, and the rest went to the Other.
I'd rather see Civil War.
Civil
War turned into a Civil War One. I know, but I would rather see Civil War turned into an animated thing than Civil War 2.
Okay.
That's more of a that's more of an intriguing, cooler story to me.
I don't have my interracial relationship in Civil War though.
But you get to see Captain America still hop on a shield plane and hijack it.
Oh, that scene would be fantastic.
Where he's got his shield in there, and he's like, "Come on, okay, son, come on, dude, that would be dope, dude."
Yeah, that's a great panel.
Well, actually, his whole fight in the shield helicopter, leading out of the shield helicopter.
That's what I was talking about when Maria Hill's trying to take.
Oh yeah,
yeah, that's great. That's fantastic,
dude.
The interactions with Captain America and Punisher are great. They're in the Civil War storyline. Where Punisher's not going to fight back because he respects Captain America and because of his code. It's great.
Yeah, or even the epic scene where Goliath gets killed.
Now, here's the thing, though. I think if you do Civil War, it's got to be split into 2 parts because I think you have to end part 1 with Peter Parker unmasking.
Mm-hmm.
You end it with that, and you're like, "Oh wow, they're gonna." It's gonna. Obviously, if you read the comic, but if you haven't, you're kind of like, "Oh wow, it's gonna happen." And you end it with that, and then you come back with it, seeing what happened, the aftermath of it. To me, that would be the perfect way to end it, and be a good way to split it up into 2 parts because I think there's more than enough to flesh out and make it a 2-parter.
Yeah, well, see, I thought if you had a 2-parter, you would end it where, that fake Thor kills Goliath, and then Sue steps in, and you cut it then.
How far after that, or when does that correlate with Peter Parker unmasking?
I thought the Peter Parker was before that.
Okay, so then maybe.
Yeah, because there's also, or you could do it when, or you could do it in 3 parts, and one of the 3 parts is when Cap is like has an IV drip and is getting all healed up, and it's like, okay,
You know what? I might come back with the death. Like, I might not even show the death. I might just show like the aftermath of the battle. You don't even see the death, but you just see the body. And you see like the aftermath of the battle, and that's the opening scene of the second movie.
Yeah, well, I still want to see Sue like tell people like let them go and
show her power.
Yeah,
and her dominance.
Man.
Yeah. We can still get that. Maybe we cut into the battle then. Maybe we we jump in right into the fight as they're fighting, and we get to see Sue. Because I do agree. I think we should get to see Sue as this dominant force. That'd be cool. All right, Oz. Let's talk about our Marvel universes. What do you got for me?
I did not the animated. I did my version of just what I wanted to do with the Marvel universe. Period.
Well, this is animated though. We're doing animated because that's what we did last week with DC.
Well, I mean, the only I don't want to. Their animators are so bad though.
But that's why we're creating our own.
Okay, well, I'm going to do my version of it. We're going to start with Wolverine and taking out that Wolverine Hawk thing, that Wolverine the Hulk thing, and that Wolverine and Thor thing. It's this Wolverine Origins, and it starts with him in the 1800s.
Hold on, why are we taking movies out? Why are we getting rid of movies? You're starting a new universe.
Yes.
So we don't have to
okay, cool. Okay, perfect. So in my universe, everything is like flipped, and it's we start with Wolverine Origins, and it's in the 1800s, and we see literally him being rich and all this stuff, and then we'll end it. You'll see his transformation because he goes through from the 1800s to World War I, where he meets some heroes. And then he goes into World War II, where he meets Captain America and Nick Fury. And they get a little hint of Black Panther in that. And from that, we transition into our first Avengers stuff, because you get to get Howard Stark in it. And from the Howard Stark thing, we get Tony Stark. And Howard Stark has this whole thing about Russia and espionage and trying to restart the super soldier serum. So that takes us into Howard Stark's legacy with Tony Stark and Iron Man. It also takes us into the Russian part of things with Black Widow and the Red Room program, which also takes us into a very young Bruce Banner and his parents being involved in all this, which takes us into the Hulk series. Now that we have formed our basis, we get an Avengers movie, and we get introductions into, it's all the great mutant versus, the underlying theme of my universe is the mutants versus the human kind of element of whether they're going to live together or not. So after our Avengers movie, we break into Reed Richards, who's like, I got to be part of this too, because all these mega humans are coming out. And I heard about this new breed of evolved humans called mutants. Brings us into X-Men, where we see Wolverine has joined them.
How many movies are in this universe?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Actually, I have 10 movies, because 6, 7, 8 from the X-Men, and if we see Wolverine, that also brings us into Storm, which brings us back to Black Panther. And the kicker for 9 is Black Panther takes us to Submariner, and we end it with number 10 with the Fantastic Four, Submariner plus subplots, the Illuminati, which brings you can get a little hint of Doctor Strange in there, which brings Charles Xavier in there, and we also have a great threat in Galactus, and that ends the universe.
So what you're telling me is you spent that entire time building up that universe, and I didn't hear one mention of Doctor Doom.
You can when we do the Fantastic Four movie, you can see little hints of it, and also when we have the Illuminati stuff too.
Okay. He's not in my universe, so I wasn't critiquing you. I was just curious as to why he was absent.
Just because everybody has seen this dude. He could be on the peripheral because I want people to still remember that Black Panther 2099 had Dr. Doom. Basically, Black Panther was basically a puppet for Dr. Doom. So there's still hints of Dr. Doom, but he has no real need in my universe.
Okay.
And actually, I want to take out Galactus too, and just have the Illuminati, which brings it back to like this force really trying to be behind what goes on with the Earth and other things too.
Yeah, I like the Illuminati thing. I think that's cool. I definitely think there's a story there with the Illuminati.
Mm-hmm, for sure, and not just the World War Hulk thing. It's just like, they're always trying to do stuff,
No doubt.
The Illuminati to me is just like are just a bunch of like Ricks. Rick and Morty, dude, come on.
I'm not a Rick and Morty guy.
Oh, I like that show, dude. It's fun.
I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that comment.
You will.
Yeah, I know. All right. So, no, it's good. I like that universe. Mine's not nearly as connected as yours. I don't think they can. I don't think they have the commitment or want to connect the universe. So I'm cool with that. I'm going to do a lot of kind of one shots and just make them more epic. And a couple of them will be connected, like you'll be kind of build from them. But a couple of them are just going to be like one shots, kind of like the DC's Gotham by Gaslight, the Batman Ninjago.
Doom.
Like that. Doom stuff. Well, actually, Doom was connected, wasn't it?
No, Doom was its own little thing.
Okay, maybe it was connected to Justice League the animated series or something. Because I feel like it was.
I guess
maybe not. Maybe I just wanted to make that connection because it was the same cast.
That's more accurate.
So my first movie would be a Weapon X movie, and it would start back in the day when you first get the group, and you'll have like Omega Red, Sabretooth, Wolverine, Deadpool, maybe even like throw in some random characters like a Lady Deathstrike or something like that, and just have a host of different characters that you can kind of this will almost be your Suicide Squad for Marvel. And you can kind of have some fun with that. You could get your Wolverine fix in. You can set up some of his villains, set up Sabretooth. Deadpool can just be a wild card the whole time, set up Omega Red. Lady Deathstrike is a female character that I think could be a big deal in the Marvel Universe if presented correctly, and I think she could be presented right. I always remember her from the cartoon just being this formidable foe who could go toe-to-toe with Wolverine, and I'm like, if she could do that, why isn't she a more prominent name? So off of that, I would probably go with a Omega Red solo movie. I think that would be interesting and a different take.
Really?
Well, I've seen only what I've seen from him in like his appearances in other cartoons. He seemed like he would be a cool kind of like hero for hire or villain for hire type thing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Going after people, maybe working for Stryker or something like that. And that's how we get introduced to a whole host of different heroes instead. Kind of what we were talking about with Kraven. Maybe Stryker's using Omega Red to kind of go get, certain things from other mutants and test out different mutants and different abilities and whatnot. So some of the other kind of standalone movies, I would go Original Sin. I think the kind of the who shotcha element would be a cool little mystery thing. It'd be a different take on it'd be a different type of genre for Marvel to kind of give a take on. And obviously they're not going to follow the storyline because it's probably not going to be, even though I think spoiler alert for Original Sin. It should be Nick Fury, but I think they'll figure out a way and make it like Tony Stark or something. Yeah.
I see.
House of M, I think, is a shoo-in. I think that has to happen. I feel
that's awesome.
Yeah, House of M has to happen. I think you can go any direction, either before or after it, as far as what you want to be the cause as to why Scarlet Witch is doing it, or what you want the reason for kind of the quote-unquote fixing of it. You know, and you can kind of take it in two different ways. But I think House of M has to happen. There's a lot of side stories. You could even honestly play in that universe for a while, you know, and do a lot of different stories in that universe. And then Avengers vs. X-Men. I think animated is the only way we could really do this fight justice.
Oh, for sure.
You know, and I think you go all out. I think this is another one you kind of spread into two parts. You know, and I would almost have the whole second movie be about them fighting, you know, Cyclops, Colossus, and all them with the Phoenix Force. I would almost end the first movie with all of them getting the Phoenix Force. And then the whole second movie is about what do we do now? You know, so that's kind of what I would do with the Avengers versus X-Men. And then one other movie, obviously you have to have an Avengers movie, but I might go Dark Avengers. Switch it up, change it up. Because I was going to say Superior Spider-Man, but I think you could kind of get that same feel with the Dark Avengers instead. Obviously, it's very different, but it's in the same kind of vein, same ballpark. Villains working as good guys. So, obviously, mine's not nearly as intricate as yours was. He said no.
But no, it was pretty lame. No, but what's funny is both of us paid no real attention to Doctor Strange.
I could care less about Doctor Strange.
Or pretty much Hawkeye, too, you know?
One person I am kind of upset that I didn't think about.
Daredevil.
You know, because I listen, Gambit's going to be in almost all of them.
Wouldn't you want to see an animated Daredevil where you can see his radar sense?
Yeah, you know what? He could fit in a lot of those movies. Like, you can fit Daredevil. Like, I think that's the thing that DC too, and not just Marvel, but I think that's the thing that they need to start doing. Like, be okay with just giving a guy 2-3 minutes on screen and not taking it as like you're disrespecting this character because he's not a starring role. Like, I'd be cool if they had like a Spider-Man movie and I get a quick shot of Daredevil doing his thing because Spider-Man needs his help for a quick minute, or, you know, needs a lawyer's opinion, or, you know, something like that. Like, I think that would be a cool little quick thing, and I think they should do more of that. Those little things are what keeps people interested in shows. Like Rick and Morty, that show's built on little things. Like, you know what I mean? So little things are what makes people come back. So I think they should.
Even though that's not your show.
It's not my show, but I respect what it does or what it tries to do. And I've laughed at it. It's just, I like Squidbillies and, you know, like Aqua Teen Hunger Force better. Birdman, the lawyer Birdman. Space Ghost Coast to Coast. I've been watching a lot of the old Adult Swim stuff. Space Ghost Coast to Coast was my joy.
Space C-Lab.
Yeah. All that stuff. You heard they canceled the Venture Bros too.
I know, that's sad. I used to love the Venture Brothers.
Oh man. Well, that's our Marvel universe. I hope you're not as underwhelmed like Oz is, because he sounds very disappointed in mine. I almost feel like I should just scrap you know what? This is let me just Oz, you sound very disappointed. So here's my notes.
By the way, everyone, he's ripping up my notes.
Okay. So, I'm throwing it away. It's in the trash.
I do like that. It would be interesting to see the animated Avengers versus X-Men and the House of M. Those are cool. Those are really cool.
Well, I think, you know, with it being animated, you can really kind of go all out and let all these people get their powers and let their powers really manifest. And I think what you said about Daredevil is true. This is the perfect venue to really get a sense of his radar sense and really see how much he can see without seeing.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
That'd be so good, you know.
Yeah, I agree. He deserves a story. But neither one of us gave it to him, so oh well. What are you going to do?
And we left out Luke Cage and Iron Fist, too.
Oh, I'm not upset about that. I'm not upset about that at all. So
I can tell.
Yeah. Okay. That's what we got. Oz, next, you know what we're going to do next week?
What are we doing the richest actors or?
Oh, I don't know. I have no clue what we're doing next week.
Oh, I don't have a clue either.
Okay. Well, you sound like you knew what you were talking about.
Well, I thought we were doing that.
I do have a list of the 10 richest actors. Would you like to talk about that next week?
Yeah, maybe we can talk about.
Let me rephrase that and make sure I'm not giving out false information. The 10 highest paid actors of 2019.
We could discuss that and
or is it
the movies that we think made them that way, and the movies that could have ended their career too.
Could have ended their career.
As in, like the bombs.
2020's highest paid actors. We'll go over that list. Yeah, we could do that. We can kind of go over some of their movies and
the good ones and the bad, the good, the bad, the ugly.
Well, I think a few of these people we're going to realize there's a lot of ugly on there.
Yeah.
But it'll also give us an excuse to talk about Hamilton. So, all right.
Oh, dude, that's funny. That's funny.
Oz, what you got for the final blow?
How does a ragtag podcaster need of a shower?
That was one of the smoothest things you've ever done in your life.
I'll say this. As usual, final blow. I'm looking forward to season 3 of Discovery. I saw the trailer for it, and I was like, whoa, okay, this looks good. I'm going to try and get out and see Tenet at some point, because I've been meaning to do that. And that's all I got for my final blow. Unless you're underwhelmed by that.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Did you not hear what I said?
No, I didn't. I'm sorry.
Okay, because there was a super long pause.
I'm so sorry. I completely zoned out. What'd you say? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Dude, you really are struggling with that.
I am. It's been a struggle all day. I'm really sorry. What did you say? I'm sorry. Tell me.
You need some like chamomile tea or something, you know. I said that I look forward to seeing Tenet this weekend, which I'd like to do, and I also look forward to Discovery season 3.
Okay.
So what do you have for a final blow?
You want to know what I was doing while you were doing your final blow?
Not really.
This is what I was doing.
Need my right hand man back. Get your right hand man back. Now you gotta get your right hand.
I was listening to Hamilton.
Oh my God. Is that your final blow?
Is that what?
Is that your final blow? You would never be satisfied.
This is my final blow.
There's a bastard, orphan, son of a whore and a Scotsman, dropped in the middle of a forgotten.
Check us out on Twitter at Need4MarvelVerseDC. That's the number 4. Email us at Need4MarvelVerseDC@GoDefyLife.com. Check us out next week. We're going to talk about the 10 highest paid actors of 2020. Hamilton will come up.
Again, yeah.
Hamilton. I don't mind this whole music thing on the outro.
Nah, I don't either, man. I was going to say peace and chicken grease and go out like that.
Yeah, that's not bad. Oz, tell everyone we'll talk to them next time.
Hey, yo, man. Everybody, peace and chicken grease.
Hey, y'all have a good time, because I'm about to jam out and have a real
good time.
Yeah, I'm about to jam out and have a good time. Y'all have a good time. So we have a good time till we talk to y'all next time. Peace.
That's dope, dude.
This is Defy Life.